So hello today, guys. I'm doing some. I was thinking about doing this with Swinny workouts. I was thinking about doing Swinny diet as well, along with the workout, so I can do my workouts and sort of explain my diet as well. So basically, I wake up in the morning, and this is like every day. I wake up. I don't eat breakfast. I just have a shit ton of coffee. I have like a full tablespoon. I have like 3 cups in one morning. It sounds ridiculous, but over there I've got green tea. Green tea's amazing. It tastes like shit. This is like proper like matcha green tea. But it's really good for you. Like, you shouldn't drink or eat anything for the taste. You should eat it because of its nutritional value. What it contains, that's the reason you should eat. You shouldn't eat for pleasure, in a sense. That's a rule I have. It's very Buddhist in in terms of diet, in a sense. Like, Buddhists believe you shouldn't eat just for the sake of pleasure. You'll end up being gluttonous. You'll turn a bit gluttonous when you eat. So yeah, eat stuff and drink stuff that is good for you. It's rich in nutrients. And that's why I have a lot of green tea in the morning. So yeah, I have coffee as well because I enjoy coffee. Great caffeine. So yeah. I also have water as well. I have tons of water in the morning. It helps me to flush out toxins from the body. It's the same way I drink coffee, because coffee is a natural laxative. It helps to filter out bad stuff through, going to the toilet. There's some eggs, 4 eggs in the morning as well. Now, eggs are great because they help you to just maintain your calories with a bit of olive oil as well. Good fat as well. Olive oil is great fat. Not bad for you at all. You should have olive oil every morning. The reason I have eggs a lot is because when you eat eggs in the morning, it just stops you from eating so much calories. Like, eggs are like a natural I think it's a dehibitor of consuming more calories, in a sense, because it takes so long to break down cholesterol, fat basically from olive oil, even fat from the egg. It takes long to break down protein as well. So yeah, that's why if you're on a keto diet or anything like that, you don't eat as much, because your body's spending more time breaking down food. Whereas if it's a carb diet, it just takes around 4 hours to break down food. Yeah, that's why you're always hungry when you're on high carb diets. When you're on a keto diet, you're not so hungry all the time. It takes around, if you measure, I've measured my time span of how much less I eat. I'm cutting at the moment. That's why I'm eating so much protein. I notice now I don't eat for 7 hours between meals. It's long. My insulin level is just super low. But yeah, when your insulin level is super high and you're on high carbs, you need to eat every 4 or 3 hours, and you're constantly hungry. That's what happened to me when I was bulking a couple of years ago. But yeah, now I'm cutting and I'm not eating too much. So yeah, that's a good thing about eating high protein. Stops you from eating too much. So yeah, there's the eggs. A lot of people say, oh, is the yolk bad? The yolk's not bad. The yolk has great cholesterol. It helps to maintain cholesterol levels, and it's really good for you. So yeah, eat loads of yolk. I also have a pint of milk as well. Now a lot of people are like, oh, it's just plain milk, that's disgusting. I'm like, bitch, shut your mouth. But yeah, milk's extremely good for you. It contains dairy, a lot of calcium as well. And plus, when you was a child, you drank milk constantly, so what's the difference? So yeah. Over here, some flaxseed oil, 1,000 milligrams. I have this nearly every morning. This is just to test out. I bought some flaxseed oil. It is really good for you. It contains omega-3, I think it's omega-3, omega-6, I don't know what the other one is, but great fatty acids in it. This is more of a dietary supplement, in a sense. You should take this along with meals. I do recommend supplements if you're trying to gain muscle, because it's a lot easier to take supplements like flaxseed, like vitamin C. I only take nutrients. I don't take protein pills or any shit like that. I take natural, supplements, in a sense. From probably pharmacies and all that. So over here I got some sea salt. I was lacking sodium for the whole week. I didn't have any sodium. So I thought, I'll have it with my eggs. So I got a pint of milk, water, and 4 eggs and a sandwich. And yeah, that was my breakfast this morning. Not this morning. Well, a couple mornings ago. I've filming my commentary now, but yeah. Right, so it's afternoon. I wake up. No, it's afternoon. I gotta stop eating too much. So what I do is I make shakes. I have some wheatgrass. Wheatgrass is extremely good for you as well. It's much like green tea. It has so much antioxidants in it. Extremely good for your health. So I have like half a tablespoon of that. Put that in. Some honey. Honey is extremely good for you. It has antibacterial type stuff to help your saliva. It's, you have to look into it. I also have carbs in there as well. I think it's carb powder that my sister gave me, and some milk. More milk. I noticed that a lot of my shit has milk in it. A lot of dairy. It doesn't really affect me too much. If you drink a lot of milk, it's not too bad. As long as you work out and you do a lot of exercise. So yeah, there's my carb shake. Not a lot of protein in that. Just to get me through the day, because I didn't eat since breakfast. I was like, what, I'll probably eat that shit. I think that was the last thing I ate on that day. I was like, oh, you know what? I might as well just cut. I'm cutting. I shouldn't eat too much. So I just had a carb shake and went to bed. A bit tired after a workout, so I was like, yeah, fuck that shit. Yeah, boy. It did taste pretty good. But like I said, don't eat things or taste things because it tastes good. Eat it because it has good nutrients. So over there I had some beef, some eggs. This is the next day. I was like, you know what? I might have a bit more protein. I had about 4 eggs in there, a bit of milk with them as well. I thought about making some scrambled eggs, so I was like, you know what? Sometimes I like to mix up my eggs. I like to do poached eggs. I like to do fried eggs. Sometimes I like to do scrambled eggs, just mix it up a bit. And plus, I don't like it when it's too dry either. I prefer it when I make eggs and they're sort of a bit wet, like, not wet, but like sort of a bit soggy. I don't know, I like that. It's just me. It's just sort of like that, where they're not too dry. I don't like too dry scrambled eggs. So yeah, scrapping that eggs in there, boy. Over here, I did my eggs, and I was like, you know what? Gotta put some protein with this bitch. So, get a whole motherfucking pound of beef. Minced beef. Now, beef is extremely good for you as well. It contains so much protein. It's one of the richest protein sources you can get. It also contains vitamin B12. So, a lot of meats aren't so bad for you. They do contain vitamins. Because they were from cows. Cows ate grass. That goes into meat as well. So meat contain what the cow ate. So yeah, it contains a lot of vitamin B. I think it's vitamin B12. A lot of protein, branched chain amino acids. Really good for you. Have beef a lot. There's a thing called the steak and eggs diet. It's apparently meant to be really good for you in terms of like losing fat. I might try that. I might film it. See how my progress goes if I'm losing fat doing that. So yeah, there's my beef and eggs. I was like, you know what? It looks pretty nice. It filled me up. And yeah, this is what your meal should look like. Just plain. Just fully nutritious, full of protein, and not much hassle. Because what you'll begin to realize is when you do bodybuilding or you do fitness, it's not about making the food like restaurant style. In a sense, a lot of people are like, yo, I'm gonna make some delicious food, and they make it, and the next day they're like, oh, I'm gonna make it again, and I'm like, for fuck's sake. Instead, you gotta just make simple foods like scrambled eggs, beef, steak, chicken. You have to make simple protein foods. Just literally, I get up in the morning recently, and I just get like a can of tuna. I don't put mayonnaise with it. I just eat it plain, because I know just eating it plain is more healthy than putting mayonnaise with it. And it's just stuff like that. Like your body gets used to just eating shitty food. Like I guarantee somebody looks at that and thinks, oh, how does he last? How does he last drinking water, milk, coffee constantly? How does he last eating, just plain food without a lot of salt or a lot of pepper or a lot of ingredients to put along with it? And it's just got something to do. It has nothing to do with discipline. It's just how your diet has been for a long time. It's like ever since high school, I got home, I ate a tuna sandwich. I ate like 12 eggs when I got home. My diet was just simple and it was healthy. A lot of people come home, they eat like a massive fuck off pizza. And, you shouldn't do that. When you come home, let's say you're at work, or you're at school, and you watch these videos, go home, eat some eggs, eat some beef, eat some chicken, eat some tuna, eat some carbs as well, eat some oats, eat some fucking sweet potato or whatever you eat that is carbohydrates. Like, you can eat anything like that, but just stay away from chocolate, sweets, as much as you can. Don't get me wrong, I do eat chocolate and sweets. I do love the taste of sweets. I got it from my nana. My nana had a sweet tooth. She used to give me what's it called? I can't remember the fucking name of it. Yeah, malt. You remember malt? It's like gooey malt. I don't think a lot of people know it, but it's malt basically, and it's cod liver oil malt basically. She used to give me that, and it's sweet taste, and I think I developed that. She used to give it me all the time. It's good for you, but it is packed full of sugar. And I developed a sweet tooth for chocolate and shit. So basically, I eat chocolate a lot. But the thing is now, as I fast for like the whole day, and then I eat protein, and then I eat healthy stuff. At the moment, my diet consists of a lot of meat and all that. I'm gonna start focusing on eating more vegetables. So this is what my diet should look like: 55% vegetables and fruit, 25% meat and protein, and the last probably 10%, I don't know if I got that right, but the last 10% carbohydrates. So I'm going to cut low in carbohydrates, eat more protein, and hopefully that goes good. So yeah, if you like the video, if it give you more information about diet and all that, I'll try and make more videos like this to inform people on dietary tips, But yeah, my personal advice is just try it out yourself. Do some diet or whatever. Try it out and see how it goes. So yeah, it's all about experimenting. That's what I'm trying to say. Experiment with your own body. See what happens. If it works for you, it works for you. If it doesn't, change it up. Do something else. You've got to keep evolving. If you don't evolve, it's not worth it. Just get rid of it. Fuck it. It's like what Bruce Lee says. If it doesn't work, discard it. I think that's what he says. I'm paraphrasing. Fuck it. Alright. If you like the video, subscribe. Do whatever you want. Go fuck yourself. Bye.